In the Dominican Republic, she ran the quickest 400 in the world yet this year. Yes, it's early, but she's in good form. Then we've got Nikisha Price, the first Jamaican ever to run under 49 seconds. And again, a pretty decent 200-meter runner, but this is not her main event. Same for Alexis Holmes. Her top 9 times out of her top 10 were all set in 2024. So an improving athlete. 25-year-old, as I said, come over after the World Indoor Championships in China. Well, Paulino, who moved to the 400, I guess probably in around about 2020, and has dominated that event, certainly last year. Talitha Diggs in lane 2. And then Stacey Ann Williams of Jamaica. Fresh from a new indoor 400 personal best. Lane 1 maybe tough in this 200 then. Hansen, what we're looking for here?
Well, Paulino needs to at least come out of here with at least 5 points, because obviously to win you get a little boost with the 12 points to win the deuce. Gabby and Dina are really going to be battling for that, and I think that they know that they're going to have a good chance at that 100K if they jump out in front with the points in this early race. Spoke to Dina like yesterday, and Dina actually said that she's really focused on that 4. Very confident about her too. So that 400 is going to be something special when she gets out there.
Dina Asher-Smith in lane 8. Gabby Thomas, Olympic champion, in 7. Safely away first time. Asher-Smith got out pretty good. Natson just got left a little bit. You'd expect that by the 2 sprinters on the outside. But it's Gabby Thomas around the top end, who's just got half a metre on Dina Asher-Smith. And Thomas normally starts to go away from this point. Natson running well in 3rd at the moment. And then there's a battle with Paulino charging down the last 30-40. But it's going to be Gabby Thomas. Asher-Smith might just hang on here. It's Gabby Thomas, but Paulino with a real surge, taking 2nd place. And that will be really, really significant. We expected Gabby Thomas to come away with a win. 22.62 in these conditions. That's pretty swift, that's pretty good. But Paulino, that is significant. You get 12 points for winning, you get 8 points for 2nd. But when we cast this forward to the 400 tomorrow and the possible result there, let's say the possible result, that is significant for Paulino.
Nah, it's absolutely significant, because she's obviously going to do her thing in the 4. For her to come 2nd, I didn't expect that, man. Gabby getting 1st place obviously makes sense. She's the Olympic champion, but for Paulino to come out of there with those extra points, she's going to end up having a good chance at that 100K.
Dina always runs a pretty good turn, transition in the home straight here. Gabby Thomas just moved away, just got that gap, and it looked as though Dina was rallying again here.
You know what, Gabby ran a much better turn than I expected. She's tall. You don't expect the taller sprinters to have such a good turn, but she's efficient. And once she gets on the straightaway and lets those limbs go, I mean, she's really, really hard to beat. I expected it to be a lot tighter with her, Dina. That wasn't the case, but Paulino coming 2nd in that race, I think, is the big story.
Well, and so much hype has been on Gabby Thomas since the Olympics, and then since she announced early on that she was going to be running this series of Grand Slams. So look at that huge smile. She must feel really good breaking the tape.
You know what?
Check the result there, 22.62, as I mentioned, 22.93. It's the season's best because she hasn't raced yet for Paulino.
The Grand Slam track series opened with a burst of energy in Kingston, Jamaica, where Olympic champion Gabby Thomas wasted no time reminding everyone why she is one of the most feared 200-meter runners on the planet. Starting out in lane 7, the American star delivered a commanding performance, storming to victory in 22.62 seconds, an exceptional season opener that instantly places her among the leading contenders for the series' $100,000 grand prize. Her competition was anything but soft. Positioned beside her in lane 8 was Great Britain's Dina Asher-Smith, the 2019 world champion. Though recent years haven't matched her explosive peak, Asher-Smith remains a major force in the 100m and 200m and still holds both British national sprint records. Also lining up was Bahrain's Sulwa Eid Nazer, the former world champion over 400 meters. She arrived in Jamaica fresh off running the fastest 400m time of the year in the Dominican Republic, injecting unpredictability and additional excitement into the race. One of the night's biggest revelations came from Marilady Paulino of the Dominican Republic. Best known for her dominance in the 400m, She showed remarkable versatility by storming to second place in the 200m with a strong 22.93, her fastest time of the season and a valuable haul of points as she shifts focus back to her main event. Asher Smith followed closely in third with 22.96, while Nazer slipped just outside the podium in 22.99. The remainder of the field saw Alexis Holmes of the U.S., 23.33, Jamaica's Stacey Ann Williams, 23.35, Diggs, 23.30, and Nikisha Price, 23.75, fill positions 5 through 8. From the gun, Thomas looked locked in. Her run through the curve, usually challenging for taller sprinters, was fluid, sharp, and deceptively powerful. By the halfway point, she had separated herself clearly from the field. Asher Smith attempted to claw her way back on the straightaway, but Thomas's top-end speed proved untouchable. Behind them, Paulino unleashed a late surge, slipping past the Briton for a surprising second-place finish. The outcome heavily influences the series leaderboard. Thomas pockets 12 points for the victory, while Paulino gathers 8 points, a potentially pivotal margin as she prepares for the 400m, where she will be among the favorites. Her trademark finishing strength, usually showcased in longer races, was on full display here, proving she is dangerous even in shorter sprints. Another major storyline was the absence of Shericka Jackson, Jamaica's reigning world champion over 200m and one of Thomas's fiercest rivals. Jackson was reportedly committed to the Miramar Invitational in the U.S., leaving the home crowd without their biggest local star in the event. Jamaican athletes Williams and Price ultimately placed 7th and 8th, to the disappointment of the spectators. Still, Kingston buzzed with excitement. Fans witnessed a world-class showdown featuring an Olympic champion performing at her peak. With more clashes on the schedule and the stakes climbing, the Grand Slam Track Series is already shaping up to be an edge-of-your-seat season. The impact of this opening race extends beyond simple points or bragging rights. It sets the tone for what promises to be one of the most fiercely contested sprint seasons in recent memory. With Gabby Thomas establishing herself as the early favorite and Marilady Paulino proving she can threaten in multiple events, every upcoming meet now carries added weight. Fans are already speculating about future clashes, especially the anticipated showdown with Shericka Jackson once she returns to the series. The energy in Kingston was just the beginning. The narrative of the Grand Slam Track Series is only getting more intense, and each race from here on will be watched with growing anticipation.